Good morning. Today, I want you to think about one simple question. What if the life you want is waiting for one decision? Not 10 decisions, not perfect timing, not someone else's approval. Just one decision, the moment you stop doubting yourself and start moving. Because here's the truth, most people never realize. Success is not created in the future. It's created in the present, in the small choices you make every day. Right now, there are two versions of you. The first version is comfortable. This version makes excuses. This version waits for motivation. This version says, I'll start tomorrow. The second version is powerful. This version acts even when it's tired. This version keeps going when things get hard. This version says, I start now. And the only difference between those two people is a decision, not talent, not luck, not money. A decision. Most people spend their entire lives waiting. Waiting to feel ready. Waiting to feel confident. Waiting for the perfect opportunity. But confidence doesn't come before action. Confidence comes because of action. Think about a time in your life when you were scared to do something, but you did it anyway. Maybe it was speaking in front of people. Maybe it was trying something new. Maybe it was taking a risk. At first you were nervous. Your heart was racing. Your mind was full of doubt. But after you did it, something changed. You realized, I'm stronger than I thought. That realization is power. And here's the problem. Most people never reach that realization because they quit too early. They stop at discomfort. They stop at fear. They stop at the first obstacle. But obstacles are not stop signs. They are training. Every successful person you admire has one thing in common. They kept going when it was hard, not when it was easy. Not when they felt motivated, not when everything was perfect. They kept going when quitting would have been easier. You see, motivation is unreliable. Some days you'll feel excited. Some days you won't. Some mornings you'll wake up energized. Some mornings you'll feel tired and discouraged. If you only work when you feel motivated, you'll never reach your potential. Discipline is stronger than motivation. Discipline is the ability to act regardless of feelings. And discipline is not something you're born with. It's something you build. Every time you choose effort over excuses, you build discipline. Every time you choose progress over comfort, you build discipline. Every time you choose to continue when it's hard, you build discipline. And over time, discipline turns into confidence. Confidence turns into results. Results turn into belief. Belief turns into success. But it all starts with one moment. The moment you decide you're done living small. Let me tell you something important. You do not need to be extraordinary to start. You just need to start. Perfection is a trap. People think they need the perfect plan, the perfect timing, the perfect skills. But the truth is messy. Success is built through mistakes, through failures, through learning, through trying again. Imagine a child learning to walk. They fall hundreds of times, but they don't say, maybe walking isn't for me. They try again, and again, and again, until one day they walk. Somewhere along the way, we lose that mindset. We become afraid to fail, afraid to look foolish, afraid to be judged. But failure is not the opposite of success. Failure is part of success. Every mistake teaches you something. Every setback builds resilience. Every challenge makes you stronger. And strength is built through resistance. Just like muscles grow when you push them, your character grows when life challenges you. So when things get hard, and they will remember this, hard does not mean impossible. Hard means you're growing. Hard means you're leveling up. Hard means you're getting closer. The people who succeed are not the ones who avoid difficulty. They are the ones who move through it. They feel fear and act anyway. They feel doubt and act anyway. They feel tired and act anyway. Because they understand something powerful. Your future is created by what you do today. Not tomorrow, today, right now. If you improve just 1% every day, imagine where you'll be in a year. Small steps create massive change over time. A single workout won't transform your body, but hundreds will. A single hour of learning won't transform your knowledge, but consistent learning will. A single effort won't change your life, but daily effort will. Consistency beats intensity. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be consistent. Let me say that again. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be consistent. There will be days you don't feel like it. Do it anyway. There will be days you feel slow. Do it anyway. There will be days you doubt yourself. Do it anyway. Because action creates momentum, and momentum creates motivation. Not the other way around. Another truth you must understand: your environment matters. The people around you influence your thinking. If you spend time with negativity, you'll think negatively. If you spend time with ambition, you'll think ambitiously. Protect your mind. Feed it with knowledge. Feed it with inspiration. Feed it with belief. Because what you believe determines what you attempt, and what you attempt determines what you achieve. You are capable of more than you think. Much more. Most people never discover their potential because they never push their limits. They stay in the comfort zone. But growth lives outside comfort. Confidence lives outside comfort. Success lives outside comfort. Everything you want is on the other side of fear. So the question becomes, what are you avoiding? What dream are you postponing? What goal are you delaying? What step are you afraid to take? That step, that uncomfortable step, is probably the one that will change your life. You don't need guarantees. You need courage. Courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is action despite fear, and courage grows with use. Every time you act bravely, you become braver. Every time you face discomfort, you become stronger. Every time you keep going, you become unstoppable. Let's talk about self-belief. Many people say, I don't believe in myself, but belief is not magic. Belief is evidence. When you keep promises to yourself, you build trust with yourself. When you say you'll do something and you do it, confidence grows. When you break promises to yourself, confidence shrinks. So start small. Make a promise you can keep. Then keep it, again and again. Over time, you'll become someone you trust. And when you trust yourself, the world feels different. Challenges feel smaller. Opportunities feel bigger. And fear loses its control. Another thing you must remember: comparison is poison. Someone will always be ahead of you. Someone will always be more experienced. Someone will always seem more successful. But you are not competing with them. You are competing with yesterday's version of yourself. Focus on progress, not perfection. Not comparison, progress. If you are better today than yesterday, you are winning. Celebrate small victories. Because small victories create big momentum, and momentum creates transformation. Life is not about instant success. It's about continuous improvement, and improvement requires patience. We live in a world that wants everything fast. Fast results, fast success, fast recognition. But real success takes time. Seeds do not grow overnight. They grow underground first, unseen. Your effort may not show results immediately, but that doesn't mean nothing is happening. Growth is occurring. Skills are developing. Strength is forming. Keep going, because one day, suddenly, everything will make sense. All the effort, all the struggle, all the persistence, it will pay off. But only if you don't quit. Quitting is the only guaranteed failure. As long as you continue, possibility remains. And possibility is powerful. Let me remind you, you have survived difficult days before. You have overcome obstacles before. You have grown before. That means you can do it again. You are not starting from zero. You are starting from experience, from lessons, from strength you already built. Sometimes we forget how far we've come. Take a moment to acknowledge your journey, your struggles, your resilience, your courage. You are stronger than you realize, and you are capable of building the future you imagine. But it requires responsibility, taking ownership of your life, not blaming circumstances, not blaming others, not waiting for rescue. You are the author of your story. You hold the pen, and today can be a new chapter. A chapter where you choose growth. A chapter where you choose courage. A chapter where you choose action. Imagine yourself 1 year from now. If you start today, what could change? Your skills, your health, your confidence, your opportunities. Now imagine doing nothing, staying the same. Which future do you want? Because both are created by what you do now. Time will pass anyway. The question is, will you grow with it? Or will you watch it pass? You don't need permission to improve your life. You don't need approval to chase your dreams. You don't need validation to begin. You only need a decision. A decision to try. A decision to continue. A decision to refuse quitting. So today, I challenge you. Take one step. Just one. Start the project. Begin the workout. Learn the skill. Make the call. Write the plan. Do something your future self will thank you for, because the person you want to become is created by the actions you take today. Not someday, today. And remember this, you are not defined by your past. You are defined by your choices. Every moment is a chance to begin again. Every day is an opportunity to improve. Every effort is a vote for the person you are becoming. So choose wisely. Choose courage over comfort. Choose discipline over excuses. THNKSFRW